to the stage.
Look, I got a hi.
Now,
I just play with this the whole time.
Oh yeah, you just gotta just kick this thing off. You guys just unveiled a juggernaut of a game, right?
I hope so.
I think so. Like, that game, it's one that got me hyped watching the trailer backstage. Did you guys get hyped watching the Skydance Media Marvel project? Now, there's so much to speculate about what we just saw. Is there anything you can tell us?
No.
What can you tell me in terms of story?
For sure, yeah. Look, I mean, we're really just so happy and pleased to be able to share, even a little peek behind the curtain, and there's a lot there to speculate on, so I hope people will. It's sort of summarized in our little tagline. This is a story that is written around these this team of kind of these four unlikely heroes inside this team, playable heroes. Two are super, two not, who come from very different worlds, but their paths collide because they're drawn into this global conflict, and this is where the story unspools.
Yeah, I mean, World War II felt like an incredible place to set the story, because a conflict is always great for drama, but it was a sort of crimson fulcrum for which you could then bring Steve Rogers into it, in his sort of formative era, and then crash, a Black Panther into this. And then what happens when these two sort of avatars of their philosophies, of their countries, of their worlds, butt heads?
Now, I mean, that's where I want to pick up, because I think that for me is the most fascinating thing about seeing this trailer, right? If you look at this image right here, you got Black Panther, you got Captain America, and then it looks like you got, is that a Dora Milaje right there? And you also have somebody from the World War II era just hanging out. I still look for Captain America.
Come on, Leslie, you can do better than that. So our little team is made up of, obviously, yes, the Black Panther of his time, which is T'Challa's grandfather. His name's Azuri, the King of Wakanda, Black Panther. A very young Captain America, still kind of finding his feet, Steve Rogers. And then our two non-supers are Gabriel Jones of the Howling Commandos, who we're really excited to be able to put front and center in the story. And then our fourth character has only been maybe mentioned a couple times in the comics, and so that gave us a lot of latitude to just sort of craft her, and that's Nanali, who is a Wakandan spy, the founder of the Wakandan Spy Network, out there working in the European theater of war to protect Wakanda's interests.
Now, what inspired this unlikely alliance, right? I don't think we usually see Black Panther and Captain America working directly with each other in this way, unless it's like a big Avengers team-up or something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, some of it was the comics, of course. I mean, there's books like Flags of Our Fathers, there's books like Captain America White, there's finding ways in which, these two characters existed in World War II. And, for me at least, early on in the process, it was that moment in Infinity War when Cap and at that point T'Challa are racing ahead of everybody else.
What a hype moment, right?
Into the fight, right? Because they're the two who are going to run towards chaos. And so the idea that these are two guys who would be running full speed, hopefully in concert, but occasionally in conflict, is we're like, ooh, okay, we can play with this, and we can set them in a place of conflict, and we can set it in a world where it's two worlds becoming equated with each other, becoming influenced by each other, Wakanda and the rest of the West.